Jax here. Are you tired of feeling a noob in Theme Park Tycoon 2? Seeing all these amazing builds while you just have a spaghetti mess of roller coasters in your park? Well, guess what? I'm here to save you. This is the first tutorial of our beginner's tutorial list, and I'm going to teach you not only how to build, but I'm going to teach you how to become a professional builder in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So in this build, to start out, we're going to build a small house. But before we start, I want you guys to memorize some numbers. These numbers here will always keep everything on grid. You have a half, which is 0.5, a quarter, which is 0.25, an eighth, which is 0.125, a 16th is 0.0625, a 32nd is 0.3125, a 64th is 0.0165, and 1/128th is 0.0078125. Now these bottom two, you won't really use that much unless you're getting super precise and you're more at the advanced level and you're building highly detailed things. The 32nd, 16th, you'll use quite a bit. And the rest of these three right here are going to be your main components other than the default and the 2 setting. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves a nice little starting point. So let's paint our terrain. I go to 5x5 and we're going to build a 5x5 tall house. Now we're going to go into our scenery. We're going to grab a primitive. We're going to line it up just like so. And now we got our 5 blocks across. Now we can multi-box select this. If we hit Control Shift, it'll put us in multi-box select. Or if you want, you can just Control click all the way across. Multi-box select everything, and now we're going to group it, and then we're going to hit Control C. If you're on computer, hit Control C. If not, just copy it and drag it. Now remember, your boxes technically are 2 wide this way, 2 wide this way, and 1 tall. So think of this as 2 inches wide by 2 inches wide by 1 inch tall. Or 2 grids by 2 grids by 1 grid. So now that we got this in place, let's pull it across. Because we're set on 1, we have to pull it twice. We can go to custom sampling instead on 2, and you only have to drag it 1 time. Now we've got our base built. We can continue to build it in all the blue primitive color, or B, we could paint it, that way we don't have to paint things later. Now depending on if you're structuring the build or completing the build, you can go one of 2 ways with it. Structuring the build, it's okay to leave it all as primitives. You can paint things as you later or as you go, whenever you want. But for this tutorial, we're going to paint right away. So we're going to pick ourselves a nice little brown color. It's already set on wooden planks, but we'll go to wooden planks. And we're going to paint our wooden planks. Just like so. Now let's get up on our thing. We're going to triple click the corner because we grouped it. And then we're going to hit Control C to copy it. Or if you have something else on a tab or something like that to copy, go ahead and copy it. And then we're going to pull this up. Go back to default snapping because it's only 1 high. Pull this up 1 high. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these technically an 1/8 thick. Now remember, it's 2 by 2 by 1, so to make this an 1/8 thick, we're going to go to our quarter snapping and drag it all the way to the edge. So that now it is technically 1/8 width of the entire box. We'll hit G to set it. And we're going to do the same thing again. Triple click. Default snapping. Pull it up. Go back to quarter. And now we have our corner set. Now we're going to do it on this side as well. Now I'm just going to pull this up 4 because I know what to do. And we're going to do the same thing on this one. Go to select. Just like so. And we're about to finish up our corners right here. And the reason why I keep pulling up the block is because I want these corners to line up precise. So the best way to do that is always pull the same block up. And when you set it, they line up perfect, right? Dead perfect on the corner. Now that we have all those set up in place, now we have all our corners. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to create the walls. So now we're going to set this to 2. Because we're going to pull it twice, it's too wide. Like so. Same thing here. Like so. Same thing here. Just like that. And the same thing here. So now we got all our walls built. Now it's our base and our walls is too high. So we want to go 5 high. So now what we're going to do is we're going to select all the way around. Select all our walls. Group them together. Copy them. And we're going to set this back to default snapping because remember they're only 1 high. That's 3rd height. It's half snapping, default snapping. Now we're at 5 high. So now our house is 5 by 5. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to go add a roof. So what I want you guys to do, click on the corner, triple click, and then hit Control C to copy the piece. Go to your roofs, and for this one, let's do a high pitch roof. So we're going to select our corner piece. We're going to rotate it into place. And just like our block, our roof piece is 2 tall by 2 tall by 2 wide. Now it's different actually than our rectangle sphere because it's 2 tall instead of being 1 tall. So we have to pull up twice when we move it. But for that, since it lines right in the middle, we just pull it up once, pull it over once, and as you see, it's off just slightly, but that's okay, we can fix that. Now we know that our wall is 1/8 wide. And you can tell this actually splits the wall. It actually puts it dead center of the square primitive. So by doing that, it split the wall, and the wall's 1/8 wide. So we're going to go to a 16th, which is 0.0625, and we're going to just pull it over. Right until it gets flush. Just like so. Well, we could have done it with 1/8 actually. So let's go back to 1/8. We're going to rotate this, and we're going to pull this all the way to the edge. We're going to lock that one in place. We're going to pull this one all the way to the edge. We're going to lock that one in place. Rotate. And lock in place. Now let's create the wall part of the roof. So we're going to go to our piece right here. And it should be dead lined up already. So we're going to take our default or our custom snapping, turn it to 2. And we're just going to pull it right over into place like this. Like that, like that. Bring it down, rotate it 90 degrees, same thing. G. And we have one more side. Now what I'm going to do with all my tutorials is at the end of this tutorial is I'm going to give you guys a challenge that I want you to follow. And I'm going to be doing that for every tutorial that we create. I'm going to give you guys a challenge. Now for this one, where I'm going back to the corner again, it's set it to already. So when we take it up, it should go up 2. We're going to go over 2 and back over 2, and that will put us right in line with where we need to be. Then we're going to rotate. Same thing. Rotate 90 degrees. Same thing. 90 degrees, same thing. And then we're going to bring up our house, our other piece of roof. Control C to copy it, bring it up, bring it forward, lock it in place. Same thing. Rotate it. And just like that. And for the top of the roof, we could pitch it, but for this one, we're just going to make a simple example. We're going to do a flat roof. So we're going to go to our flat roof. We'll go back to default snapping. We'll bring it up in place. That is a pitched roof. Let's go to our flat roof. And we're going to lock that right in place. And as you tell, we have a very, very simple house. Now what we can do is for our house, we could add some stairs. So let's go to our paths. Let's go to our stairs. And let's add in some wooden stairs. Now they're backwards, so we're going to hit the R button to rotate. And our wooden stairs are dead center. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to add a simple door. So go into your scenery, hit the door button. There's a nice little door right there. And we're going to just drop it in place just like that. We got our stairs, a very simple door, and our very simple house. Well, this is actually pretty plain. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add some windows. So let's go back in here. We're going to add some windows, and let's add some windows, a little bit of character. We're going to go with these round ones right here. Now I'm going to drop them right at the bottom, dead center at the bottom, because I'm going to bring them up 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Control X. It's going to ask me to remove 2 items, and then when you hit confirm, it just puts them right back into place. Technically, you're not removing them. What you're doing is you're opening up the panel to precision enable the windows. Now we're set at the 1 setting for default setting, and we're going to take them up 3, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, just like that. Now we have windows in the front, but most houses have windows all the way around. So here's what we're going to do to make these windows go all the way around. I'm going to show you guys a quick little trick. You're going to click on that window and control click on that window. And then you're going to go and hit the copy button. And you're going to go to pivot. And you're going to move your pivot to the center of your roof. We're going to go to here. We're going to go to custom snapping, and we're going to set this at 90 degrees. We're going to rotate around. Windows on that side, windows on that side, and windows on that side. So now, as you can see, we have windows all the way around. Now this is a very simple, very, very basic house. Now things we could do to add on to this is we could add trimming. So we're going to go to this piece over here. We're going to hit the copy button. And then we're going to go to roofs. And we're going to hit the roof trim button. And then we're going to rotate this into place and pull it forward ever so slightly. Rotate this down to 1/4. And you can see there's a slight gap. So what we will do is we're going to take this to a 30-second. And we'll just pull that right flush with that. So now our roof has roof trim. And these are too wide as well, so we'll go back to custom snapping at 2. We're going to lock that one in place. Lock that one in place. Lock that one in place. Just like that, all the way around. And then we're going to do the same thing here with the roof trim. We're going to copy it, just like this. We're going to group it, and then we're going to copy it. We're going to move our pivot to the top, and we're going to rotate it right around. So now we have a little roof trim, but there's gaps. We don't want gaps in our roof, correct? So what they have in scenery is they have roof trim gap fillers. Just like that. We'll bring this one up to height. Same thing, hit the R button, rotate it around. And now, your roof has corners. Now they're slightly off, because that's okay, because we can pull that out, right? We can always take that. And we can set this to a 64th. Oh, but that leaves a gap. So, it looks like they're always going to be slightly off. So, we're just going to leave those alone. So that's why there's things in the game that work perfect for situations, and then there's things in the game that don't. But that's our simple little house. Now for you guys, what I want is for your objective is I want you guys to either copy this house, screenshot it, and put it in the comments, or B, try and advance on this house a little bit and show me what your skills can make you. Because as far as the first tutorial, it's a very simple tutorial to make a very basic house. And I think some of you guys can get pretty creative with it. And I want to see what you guys can build. That's all for the first tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Jack's out.